Okay, let's go through some movements and some routines. I want to take you through a little health program, and then when I'm done, I want to focus on some additional movements. So this is something that we've done quite a while ago. I'm going to, I don't know if I can see that, it's getting darker quicker right now, but let's start off, get on the Cellerciser. We're going to, the whole purpose of this right now is to show you how easy it is, but also how effective it is. So before you get on the Cellerciser, you might want to put your feet apart, and if you can, just kind of bend over and see how far you can get as far as touching your toes or your hands to the ground. So as you bend over, touch your hands to the ground, and just see, or as close as you can, and see how flexible you are right now. And now we're going to Cellercise. Remember, it's on every tissue, every cell. You're massaging just by doing this. So we're going to do this. I'm going to set up a little stopwatch here real quick, because we can put these movements on. There we go. So we're going to gently move up and down. We're going to do this for 60 seconds. But as we're doing it, I'm going to have you do some gentle movements. So for shoulders, go ahead and take your elbows, stick them out in front of you. Put your hand on your shoulder. I want you to feel the muscles in there. Can you imagine having a massage therapist working every single muscle in your body right now? Over 100 times a minute, that's what's happening. You have your cells, your muscles, all of them expanding and contracting with that kind of dynamic from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your foot. And so as we lift our shoulders up over our head, comfortably, if you have to, you can support your shoulder. If you have a weak shoulder, just kind of stick it up over your head. And then we're going to move it out to the side. And we're going to do it for another minute. So just out in the front, up on the top, out to the side, and we're going to do it a couple more times. So front, and if you notice anything, if you notice any pulling or any resistance, just don't overdo it. You don't need to. Get to that point where you can feel the stretch or you feel the resistance. Stop. Let the movement up and down on a Cellerciser massage the tension away. You don't have to do it. When we're done with this, in just 15 more seconds, we're going to do 10 breaths. So, and if that's too much, do 5 or 6 of them, because it's an exercise for the lungs. So it goes like this. And that's a lot. And when you're done, just realize if it sounded wheezy, that's okay. You just worked out your bronchial tubes and lungs without doing a lot of long distance running or swimming or those other activities. You just literally exercised those bronchial tubes and those lungs. Okay, now we're going to work on the hip area a little bit. So let's just take our feet, spread them apart a little bit. You can hold on to the balance bar, bend at the knees slightly. And we're going to gently just rock left to right. Now as we're rocking left to right, take your hands, your fingers, and put them directly beneath your hip. I want you to feel the muscles working in that hip area. That's your support. Those muscles, as you're rocking side to side, you're helping to increase circulation to these areas of the that whole hip area. Okay, so we're doing this. Just enjoy it for a few moments. You're kind of pushing down with your heel as you're rocking left to right. And Ricky, if we need another question or something, go ahead and I can do that while we're doing these movements too. Okay, so now we're going to work the hip joint area more. So as we're rocking side to side, we're just going to keep our hips straight ahead, and we're moving our feet and our knees left to right. As we're moving our feet left to right, we're all working this joint. People that have had sciatica issues, this has been one of the ones that have helped open up that whole hip area. So we're just going to enjoy this for a few moments. And if there's, well, yeah, if everybody's Cellercising like they should be, we probably won't have any more questions. All right. Now we're going to move the whole waist. So we're graduating from the hip. We're going to do the gentle twist this direction, just like this. And that is to help loosen the lower back. And these are just all health movements, just designed to help improve body functions and strength. So as we're gently rocking side to side, we're helping to put that colon and those intestines through a little washing machine every day. We're helping to loosen the lower back. We're helping to massage the liver, kidney, spleen, gallbladder, pancreas, adrenals. So all these movements, we're working the fascia. Often people, if they have a little scoliosis, or if they play golf, or baseball or tennis, they can favor one side of the muscles on one side of the body more than the other. This helps to balance them out again, because we're not favoring one side of the body over the other when we Cellercise like we do with many different types of activities. So you can work the upper back. Just do this gently. You don't have to force it. I want you to feel good when you're done. And so as we're gently rocking side to side, we're working the upper back. We're also working the shoulders. Okay, now I want to work the shoulder another way. Now we had a question with regards to bursitis and how we might be able to help that area of the shoulder. And of course, these movements here are great. They're really good. Want something that's going to address those tendons just a little bit more. And again, this movement will be on our new app. You just hook your arm underneath. Let's pull the shoulder over underneath our chin so we get a little stretch. And just gently bounce up and down. Want to see how comfortably you can pull your shoulder over. And if you can't do it very much, it's fine. Just get to the point where you notice some resistance. And then stop. Gently move up and down. You can imagine what yoga and stretching does. You do different movements, and then you get a little bit more, and then you get a little bit more. And, well, Cellercise, that's pretty much automatic. When you get to a resistance point, and then you massage that tissue, it becomes more flexible, and you're able to pull a little bit more. And it's just kind of a graduated basis. So that's all good. All right, we just dropped that shoulder. We're going to do the other one. So hook underneath, pull that shoulder over, and you may notice some pulling in your back along the scapula area as well, helping to stretch the back as well as the deltoids. And that's a great movement. We want to open them up. And shoulder problems, again, knee problems, back problems, hip problems, they're generally a result of weaknesses or injury in those supporting muscles and ligaments. So we address the supporting muscles and ligaments, we strengthen them, we push flexibility up in them, and very often those shoulder issues will just gently go away. Okay, another routine that we have that will be in the new app is we take our hands from in front. We're going to go like this. So we're just gently bouncing, which is massaging those muscles at the same time that we're stretching them. Now we're increasing flexibility at the same time that we're doing this. Okay, now, for those who are able, or if you're not comfortable doing this, I want you to just rock side to side. is rocking side to side. You want to keep those muscles and those cells working. And for those who are able, we're going to do the ski patrol. So that's where we put our feet together here, and we're just going to hop side to side. So we'll do that until we get to 10 minutes. And this ski patrol here, this is working our hips, our thighs, our knees, our ankles, and it's more intense than you realize. It really is. I mean, I see people knocking themselves out doing routines, and it's okay, you can do that. Cellercise is very forgiving. But when I began, I was just goofing around on it. After the first month, I dropped a belt notch, and my wife was asking me if I was lifting weights. I was just playing around on it. I didn't even take it seriously. I did after the first month. All right, another 15 seconds. Yeah.
Can you do the jumbo run?
That's next. We're going to do jumbo walk. That's next. Very good. Okay, so spread the feet apart, bend into the knee, keep your back straight. Now, I'm going to do the jumbo run, but for most of you, you may want to do the jumbo walk. It's simply keeping your feet on the mat, pushing down into the mat, left, right, just like this. The jumbo run is a little different. I'm going to wait to the 30-second mark and we'll see how we do this. Okay, and that's just done like this. Keep your back straight, your feet flat, and try to point your feet straight ahead. If you point your feet straight ahead, it'll help keep the knee over the front of the foot, and that can help with knee issues as well. Okay, that's 30 seconds. And this one will generate heat. When you're done, just do the baby bounce or the health bounce. Ten more seconds. Okay, that's the jumbo run. And you'll hear of any exercise, that one, I think, burns calories more than anything else. It increases metabolism too. So we're going to do the health or the baby bounce, and then we're going to do a jog. So jogging, just kind of lift those knees up. And we'll just jog. The neat thing about the jumbo run is you can put as much or, I don't know, you can put a lot into it. If you want to increase the intensity, I don't know anything. That's going to increase intensity more than that movement. Okay, one of my favorite routines on the Mr. Rebounder app is in the advanced section, and it's called the second weight loss or weight loss 2, because it has intervals of the jumbo run and sprinting, and it's a great routine. You can burn a lot of calories, and when you're done with the routine, you can then continue to burn calories. On the monitor, you can actually see until you reach a certain level or a certain goal. Okay, we're doing the health bounce. And then we're going to do the sprint again, and then we're going to do the hip rock. So let's, for those who are able, I'm going to sprint pretty fast. If you want, just walk or gently run. Lift your knees as high as you are comfortable lifting them, but it's just... Okay, that's another good one. And if you're just walking, that's good. There's some days you're going to feel it more than other days. I'm feeling it more today. That's good. Okay.
How long did you do that for?
I only did it 50 seconds. Normally I do it for a minute. And the way I do it, I try to compete with myself. So when my right leg comes down, every time the right leg comes down, I count it as one. So if I'm running a competition with myself, I'm going to see how many times the right leg can come down within a minute. So when I was doing my routine earlier today, this morning, I hit 131. So I ran 131 steps with the right foot, which for me is pretty good. Now there's some of you who are younger, more athletic. Let us know how you did, but keep your knees high. It's easy to run close to the ground. You want to work the core too. So you want to lift the knees high while you do it. Okay, now we're going to go back to the hip rock. And I hope you're feeling it. I hope you're feeling good, and your hips, everything should be becoming more flexible. Okay, so we're going to do one more of the shoulders, and that's going to be we'll do it this way again. Then we're going to do the whippy ski patrol, which is if you can hold on with one hand as you stretch. If your leg or foot crosses in front of the other foot and you lift that shoulder up, it starts to loosen up the muscles in the back. And it's pumping fluid between the vertebral joints to the disc. So this movement, if you notice a little more tightness on one side of the body than the other, well, that's the area that we concentrate a little bit more on. We're going to end up with the health bounce, or after this we'll do the twist, and then we'll do the health bounce. All right, so we just gently do the twist. And if you had tightness in the hip area, you should be noticing a difference. That one that we were doing just a moment ago, the whippy ski patrol, the psoas muscle, which is hard to get to, that one can also help loosen up that muscle in that area too. Okay, and then we're just gonna put our hands straight down, gently move up and down. I want you to be sensitive to the pressure in the tips of your finger. When you feel the pressure or the throbbing at the tips of your finger, I want you to then relax your shoulders. Don't fall off. Hold on if you need to. But just relax everything. And just gently move up and down. Like I said, don't fall off. But just gently relax. This prepares us for a nice, relaxing evening without a lot of stress or tension in the body. And this is a great movement to do just before you go to bed too. You don't have to toss and turn to get rid of stress or tension. And now, if you take your hands again and reach down and see if it's any easier to go down or how much further you're able to go down. Thank you. If you have any questions, any comments, anything you'd like to share, please